Hare Krishna. Omagyantimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Hare Krishna. So I'll just share the screen. I wanted to tell that people think once you come for bhakti, everything is magic is happening. It's not magic. It's very nice scientific thing. And Krishna is a person. It is based on relationships. So, like one devotee asked, when Durvasa Muni, he was chased by Sudarshan Chakra, and he came to all the different people he goes, and then he goes back to Ambarish. And why Sudarshan Chakra is waiting? You could have, why the Sudarshan is waiting? Why he did not kill Ambarish by, sorry, Durvasa Muni? Because it's a long time the discussion is happening. So the point is, Sudarshan Chakra is a person. So he's not interested in killing. He's interested in rectifying. So when he's saying that this Durvasa is getting, he should get a proper lesson. If you don't learn, I am going to kill you. And fortunately, Durvasa is intelligent, so he could learn the lesson. So here also, we see that people ask Prarabdha Karma, it should go away. It is not magic. Krishna is telling Prarabdha is not there because now I am handling it. So you cannot call it Prarabdha. It is not immediate, it is not exact action reaction. It is like we discussed yesterday also. This it's not some uh, action has reaction that is there when Durga Devi is handling. But when Krishna is handling, it is not action and reaction. So it is done by, so here this we discussed. So when Maya manages, it is action and reaction. Exactly. Karma operates blindly and mechanically. Action inevitably eats reaction without regard for spiritual progress or personal compassion. You see, Maya does not care. Suffering is purely mechanical. But when it comes to the right side, you see, when it comes to Krishna, what he does, the remaining prarabdha karma is placed under direct personal control of Krishna. That's why it is no more prarabdha. Reactions are curated and managed for optimal spiritual development. That's why we don't call it prarabdha. Prarabdha means very, very mechanical. No compassion, no regard for spiritual progress, and it's purely mechanical. No. So this is how the difference is. Now Krishna takes charge. Now he may use the karma, the prarabdha. Now it Krishna's control. Now it may take for us to develop optimal spiritual development. The reaction may go one lifetime, two lifetime, three lifetime. It may go to many lifetimes based on how fast we are making progress. So now Krishna says, that's what he is telling. Even Ravana comes na, I will forgive him. That means what? He is saying if a living entity is ready to rectify, Lord is immediately helping that living entity to come out of the karmic reaction. Because it is not the mechanical thing. Lord says, Ravana comes and says, Krishna, I want to be under you. Krishna says, fine with me. That's what Rama is telling. Even Ravana comes also, I don't mind because you are with Maya, you are under this situation. You are under me, I will make sure that everything happens good for you. And what about all the wrong activities? No problem. Krishna ultimately wants that living entity develop relation with him. And if that is what is the soul's nature, and soul becomes very happy doing it. Even one time we come and say to Krishna, I want to be with you, I want to serve you, immediately soul experiences a different level of happiness. That is direct connection with soul. That's what we discussed. So immediately the reaction cuts because soul has experienced something very, very different. It breaks the loop. So the root is cut. We have seen this image also. I'll come back to this image because here here you see, first time the soul experienced something very special. It experienced the bliss of being connected to Krishna. Only once. One time chanting the holy name, one time surrendering to Krishna. That bliss will help the soul to search for it again and again. And now it loses taste for, like, say, somebody is watching TV. So the soul is watching the TV. The screen is our mind. So whatever happens to the mind, that it is thinking it is happening to me only. And mind, based on the conditioning, what do you call it? All the no swabhavas, karma swabhava, we are acting, and soul is looking at the mind only and thinking, oh, I am a dog now, I am a cat now, I am a man now, I am a female now. The soul is only experiencing whatever mind is showing. Suddenly soul directly experience something very special. You are understanding the difference? So then it thinks, wow, this is something very special. It is not from the mind I am getting, it is something I am getting directly. And that is where the connection cuts. Then the soul starts searching for it. So Sakrit Eva Prapanna. One time you go to Krishna, one time you experience the holy name, the soul starts searching for it. And it got directly something. So the desire to serve is actually what soul. So here the bhakti does not simply manage the symptoms. It introduces a completely new orientation. The individual transition from wanting to enjoy independently to desire to serve Krishna. So what happened? The soul is not self-sufficient enjoyer. By nature, the soul is servant, meant to exist in loving relationship. So even if old vasana still exists in the mind, the heart now contains a new desire. This fundamental reorientation strives the old roots of their power. So now, once you get that experience, we want to repeat it. And wherever person goes, once he comes Krishna conscious, he will eventually be dragged to perfection. That is the reason. Because you will not be satisfied with any other thing after that. The soul will not be satisfied. Even though it is trying, it does material activity, but one time or another, again it will come back. That is the point here. So it's not some magic is happening here. It's a proper science. People think, okay, I chanted, now karma is gone. Why it is gone? Did any magic happen there? It's not magic. It is the soul got first time some very divine, that special experience of service. So that is the reason every day we have to give the soul that pleasure. Every day we have to serve Krishna by chanting, by hearing Bhagavatam, by deity worship, by honoring Prasadam. Every day we serve Krishna, the soul is getting nourished. We say, na, this is food for the soul. The soul is getting nourished because it wants to serve. And that will cut more and more. More we do service, the more soul will be longing for that service. And then the karma, here the wheel is cut. So if you see the previous one, in karma and jnana, the soul is not touched. But only in bhakti, the soul is immediately touched. In karma and jnana, the selfishness is still there. So the soul is selfish. So even though in karma, the core desire to enjoy independently remains fully intact. That means the soul did not get any spiritual pleasure in karma. And whereas in jnana also, the subtle selfishness remains because he want to get liberated. So even though he's completely purified all the vasanas, that means material taste is not there, but he is not having spiritual taste also here. But in bhakti, in the go, that means the first, as soon as you start, immediately you get the spiritual pleasure, which is not available in jnana and karma. So first touch only you get that pleasure to the soul, that I have to serve. So even though we have not worked hard like karmis, we have not worked like so intense like jnanis, but still we are more free than these two people because the selfishness, because one time, because replace self-centered desire with the desire to serve Krishna. You are seeing the difference? So first go itself we got the desire. So that's why the devotee is more fortunate than even the jnanis in yogis in Himalayas also, because they have this selfishness. They don't know what it is to serve Krishna. Like, this is the difference. Like, mother and father are there. Now they know what it is to give to a child. Selflessly give, serving a child. Mother and father understand. Like, and they know there is a pleasure in giving. Like, you purchase some food item and the child is eating everything. The mother and father looks at the small child, they are happy. Now, what is that pleasure? In giving, that pleasure is there. Now, brahmachari in ashram, he will not understand that. he will say, "Arey, you purchase, you only eat." Somebody gives us prasadam, we are happy eating. we don't. We may give whoever is in the room. If they are there, we will give, or some friend is there, we may keep. But uh, giving everything, no, you got sweet, you give everything to all the devotees, you didn't eat anything. Very rare souls are there. They are there also in ashram, such great souls. But I am not like that. Not everybody is like that. So they don't understand it. So why I am telling is that pleasure now, if you do it for Krishna, because even in mother and father giving to the child, there is selfishness, because my child, they don't give to all children. But when it give to Krishna, that is what touches to the soul. And soul says, yes, this is what I want. I am searching from millions of lifetimes. So when we distribute a book to somebody and they take Krishna, immediately they are getting, array, this is something special I want. The soul is wanting only one thing, Krishna. That love from Krishna, longing for Krishna, selflessly want to serve Krishna. So no matter bhakti go itself, we get that. The soul is set. The root is cut. You see, the constitutional position of the soul is actively restored. Immediate access to the higher spiritual taste at the level of soul comes. And now the soul says, no, I don't want to see the movie of the mind. Mind is showing me so much in this world. It is conditioned like that. But there is something else also which I am longing for. And there comes the next thing. So bhakti yoga intervenes by restoring the soul's constitutional position. The false identification is fracturing here. And the desire to serve is coming. You are understanding the difference? So this is where the then slowly old vasanas are coming down. Like we switch off the fan is still rotating. So the vasanas are making us to do the activity same, but slowly the higher level of taste is coming. The blades continue to rotate out of momentum, but they no longer powered. Similarly, when one begins bhakti, the tendency to do wrong remains briefly, but the person no longer derives genuine taste for it. So, the mechanics of higher taste is the soul connected to Krishna begins to experience its actual constitutional bliss. This higher taste actively competes with the old vasanas. The old patterns lose their power because of higher pleasure has replaced the lower ones. So every day we give taste to Krishna, we taste to the soul by serving Krishna selflessly. Chanting only for pleasure of Krishna. Bhagavatam hearing only for pleasure of Krishna. Reading only. So something in our day we should do only for pleasure of Krishna. Then immediately soul experience that higher taste. And that will help us to slowly pull out of old vasanas. So this is the pattern for us. So our anartha nivritti, we need not focus on anartha nivritti separately. We have to focus more on artha pravritti. How much love I have for Krishna? What should I do to develop my love for Krishna? More we think him as a person and start doing for him, immediately the things start changing for us. If you don't treat Krishna as a person, it won't work. We have to treat him a person. Person means relationship. Relationship means sacrifice. So I have to do something which is pleasing to him. Then things starts working. So that is the system that is given. So the understanding is, so now here when you say prarabdha, Krishna is saying that, okay, now he has, as soon as you get taste, one time we served all the taste which you got or the impressions and karma, Krishna says, now no need. You have already rectified. I will remove all the past ones. Now you work on the present conditions, and then this slide comes where Krishna is taking charge. So clear till now? Any questions on this? It is not any. Now Krishna will do take. It will take time. Now Prarabdha is there. We say, Prabhuji, Prarabdha, this life is over. Now, but next life, how we are getting? It will not over like that. Krishna will not do any magic there. Krishna want us to rectify. So you have done something good in good bhakti in this life, but you are not perfected. Krishna says you are in third class. Now you have to go to fourth class. The only rare cases, na, they get doctorate. Like no, you get honorary doctorate from some universities. Everybody will get no. Some people will get, but remaining all they have to pass their graduation, post graduation, then they get doctorate. They have to go to the gradual process. But whereas some people they may get, like Bali Maharaj got Sukruti. No, he got he was directly given to the higher realm. He need not go through all the process. So this is Kripa Siddhi they call. But others they have to go. Now any mother, what the mother want, my child should properly study. She loves, but she will not promote the child immediately from third class to third grade to 10th grade. She wants the child to properly third to fourth, fourth to fifth, properly progress. Similarly, if we have Krishna now says, okay, I will take charge. Now he sees that we have done some bhakti in this life, and but we have not perfected. Krishna says, okay, this situation you did not do. I'll put you in the similar situation next life also. You continue from there. And if we have passed it, then Krishna will give a better situation next life. So Suchina, then Suchinam Srimatam Gehe Yoga Prashto Vijayate. So Krishna gives a better situation. We did good there, he will give much better situation. If I have not done good, then he will give the same type of situation like that. He will gradually make us progress one life after another, or within this life also he can help us, or within 2 lifetimes, 3 lifetimes, whatever. How fast we are taking it, how best we are doing it, and nothing will be wasted. This lifetime I have done, Krishna will say, okay, you have done this, you got only 30 marks, okay, next life you make it. Then you got 70, then till we get 100, we have to remain here. That is the point. Any questions, comments? Yes, Deepa Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam. Maybe little out of context, but I recently got a question from somebody and wanted to understand from you, Prabhuji. So this is one
We
of
will
our
take that question, Mataji. We will take that question. We'll see from this context because they will lose the track.
yeah,
I
it
will
is
take your
similar to this
question.
context. It is about
Okay.
Krishna only. But if after hearing the question, if you feel it should be answered later, you can do that. No
Okay.
problem.
Okay. Sure. Hmm.
So, this is one of our devotees who joined about 1 year back, very sincere in services, but she recently happened to meet another person in her community who is not from ISKCON and not from this path, but she serves Laddu Gopal. So, and at home, and she's called her home, and at home she shows like the Laddu Gopal, and that she says that. मतलब she बिल्कुल treats Laddu Gopal as part of family and everything like they put and our devotee got a bit confused because her devotion seemed to be very very sincere and very topmost and she says that Laddu Gopal also reciprocates with me and where she recently had a baby and she asked she was busy in kitchen so she says कान्हा मैं किचन में बिजी हूँ तुम देख लो बच्ची को ऐसे करके and then she sees that actually there is a ball which is coming and then ball is going back and forth where there is no other force there is nobody else in the
We'll
room,
answer
and
this
think like
later,
this.
Mataji. We'll answer
Yeah.
this later.
No,
I
but
understand.
basically, Uh, so my question is that so this devotee got confused and she said that like that her feelings are so pure and great. Will we ever achieve that? And she's not doing any chanting and everything. So how? Then I said we are a part of this parampara, so we should follow what our gurus and acharyas. They are topmost devotees, but still they showed sadhana bhakti only like Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami. So there are different paths and different paths will tell differently, but unless one has a guru and the guru given instructions, if we are following a path we must follow the path. So
We don't want to
uh,
get that type of sentiment. We want to
yes,
go
so
proper.
what should be the ideal answer, Prabhuji ki? Like then we can't
I'll
really
answer.
judge
I'll
that
answer
devotee
in the
that
end, Mataji.
that devotee
I'll
has reached a perfected stage, or
No,
uh,
no, it's not perfection. I'll answer in the end. I will
yeah,
take some questions if they have in the context because they will
yeah,
lose the track.
yes, Prabhuji.
uh,
Okay, Hare Krishna.
yes, Vrindavan Gopal.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I think yesterday I told and today like it is almost clear. But just I just want to clarify my understanding, Prabhuji, regarding this prarabdha karma. So means when we say even if somebody takes the path of devotional service and Krishna means Krishna nullifies all the prarabdha karma. So means Krishna will be removing the all the reactions whatever we may be suffering we supposed to suffer because of our past karmas. Krishna will remove those reaction, but whatever the unfavorable swabhavas or tendencies we may be having, so Krishna will now curated such things in a such way that we can advance. Right. So Krishna will do that. So that is what means by the removal of the aprarabdha karma. Is this a right understanding, Prabhuji?
Yes, now from the past he has removed. From the present reactions he will take and he will continue with that. He will make use of them to help us
Mhm.
come out of our conditioning.
Mhm. Okay. So means
So
Krishna
we
means
have certain
reaction. Sorry.
so we have certain conditioning. So I am not good in relationship with my wife and
Mhm.
husband. So Krishna says, yes, you will not be fit for spiritual life. You must rectify the situation. You have issues with your mother-in-law, you have issues with your daughter-in-law, you have issues with your children, you have issues. So Krishna wants us to rectify all the things in terms of relationships. He wants us to rectify. I have some conditioning with watching movies or some name and fame or some I want to look very beautiful, handsome, or so many conditionings we have. Krishna says you have to give up all of them. So Krishna will make sure that you want to be very beautiful, and Krishna will make sure that you're exactly opposite, whatever. So then that is how Krishna makes sure that we come out of that conditioning. We say, Krishna, I wanted this so desperately, and it happened to me. For six
Mhm.
months I prayed, 5 months I prayed for certain things, and exactly opposite happened. I was like completely devastated. I know. I went to my home. I was in ashram. I went to my home and I sat with my mother and cried. My mother didn't understand why he's coming here. I know Krishna did exactly opposite. I was thinking Krishna knows how to cure somebody. So it happens like Krishna knows how to cure. He will give the best possible situation for us.
Right,
We have
right.
to have it.
Yeah, I also experienced a similar kind of situation, Puji. What you have, I'm able to relate. Like, yeah. Thank you, Puji.
Yeah, this happened 15 years back. Like 15, 20 years back, I think. So, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Puji.
Yes, Gail Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhu. I just want to confirm that when Krishna takes charge of a person's prarabdha karma, it is still called prarabdha karma, no?
We
Or
don't call
not?
it prarabdha. For devotees, we say Krishna is in charge. When Maya is, because if you take karma, that should be action and reaction. But Krishna does not give, na? He is changing it. He is changing the formula. If you go with prarabdha karma, if you see in this slide, it should be
Yeah.
action and reaction. It should be completely mechanical and no personal compassion or no regard for spiritual progress. Nothing is there. So if you take in that sense, then it is not prarabdha only, because Krishna is he is doing it, he is managing in such a way that we get optimal spiritual advancement. So how can you call it prarabdha? So in that sense, it is not prarabdha. But it can be called prarabdha also, because we are immediately, the body is there, reactions are there, wife is there, and no, dog is also there, everything. Boss is there, neighbor is there.
So, uh, so all these things, the body is there, your family is there, and because all these things are there, in one sense, it can be called prarabdha karma, but
Prarabdha,
technically, it is actually not prarabdha karma. We
yeah.
just say like that,
Yes,
like conventionally.
yes, yes.
Uh-huh. Okay. Thank you, Prabhu.
Any other questions in this on this topic? Everybody is clear about this concept? Okay, that's good then. Okay, there is a question: if someone is very much struggling and he needs really some grace mark, so will he give the mercy? Actually, Krishna want to give grace marks for everyone. What is the grace? When you get the grace marks, it is not the situation that is troubling. Please try to understand. For everyone, it is applicable. We are not suffering because of situation. We are suffering because of our mindset, because of our mental state. That is the cause of suffering. If you put a very advanced devotee in our situation, he will think this is the best situation for me to practice. King Anga, when he has a son like Vena, initially he was having some errors. Later on, he said, "Oh, this is the best thing. I can now live and practice Krishna consciousness nicely." So Bhaktivinoda Thakur had a wife who was very cooperative, Bhagavati Devi. Prabhupada has a wife who is completely opposite. Both of them thought this is the best thing. So it is not the situation whether it is best or not. Like Vasudeva leper, he was having leprosy. He did not complain. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced him, and because of which he was completely cured, he said, "My dear Lord, why did you do it? And now I'll become proud. Everybody will say you received the mercy of Lord. I'll become very proud. It was better only." Can you imagine? He is thinking leprosy is a good situation for him to practice Krishna consciousness. And Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj is telling, "I think better I stay in the public toilet area so that people don't come to me for asking for blessing. And we want to stay in a very palatial and nice apartments with all the facilities, gated communities." Now, why? It is not the situation; it's the mental state. So that is the point. So Krishna can change all the situations, but he wants to change our mentality. That is why Krishna has to work so hard. If we change that, Krishna will change. And another question: Prarabdha karma affects who practice karma mishra bhakti, aropa siddha bhakti. In all cases, in karma mishra bhakti or also aropa siddha bhakti also, Krishna is helping. He want to help a living entity develop a relation with him. Even in this case also, because that living entity is asking Krishna. That's why akama sarvakama va moksha kama udharadi. So he's counting them also. Akama also sarvakama. Because they want to come to Krishna. So they are all udharadi only. Chaturvija bhajante mam jana sukrito arjuna. Even if he is coming with Krishna says, but he is coming to me na. Even if you want to get married, he is coming to me. asking Krishna, help me to get married. Or you want to get divorce also, is coming to me and Krishna, please help me get rid of this. So in both cases, Krishna is thinking, at least this fellow comes to me. That's uh, uh, he's a great soul. So, any other questions? Yes, Dear Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Right.
Prabhu, this analogy of fan getting switched off and still it is rotating. So this analogy, Prabhu, I mean, it's the period when fan will completely get switched off. So it's a individual sadhaka based on practice. I mean, the duration is there. How it is, Prabhu?
Anathaniviti happens, the fan stops rotating.
Yeah, but Pro, I mean, it's again depends on sadhaka's intensity of practice. Those all factors are
Yeah,
there. How it is?
yes, of course. Here the graph which we have showed. So that actually depends on that only. How much we are intensely practicing. Like yesterday you did Nitya Ekadasi, chanted 108 rounds. Then the old vasanas are reducing very fast. It's on Nitya Ekadasi, somebody is happily sleeping all day, watching some TV and all, somehow trying to wail out the time. Then it won't happen like that.
Right, right. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Any other questions on this topic? I am taking 3 days to explain this. 2 days is PPT, 1 day orally. So you are all clear. What Krishna is doing with your aprarabdha. So here another important point is the shift for emotional impulse to spiritual intelligence. So this also we have discussed. So why I'm telling is people think some magic is happening. No magic is happening. It's complete science. We have to, if we say for devotee no karma, should be able to explain also why there is no karma in a very proper scientific way. We cannot just say, "Arey, these people are sentimental." No, we should know the reason also. That's why I'm taking so much time to explain you the reason why it is getting cut. So we are generally carried away by emotion, but we should use intelligence. The sadhu, shastra, and guru. That is the way we have to make our actions. If you don't use sadhu, shastra, and guru for making your action, then you are doing your action based on your emotions. That is vasana driven, and that will make us further entangled. So if I like something and I'm overeating, and in Shastra it is saying Yuktahara Viharasya, please be regulated. And Rupa Goswami is telling, no, you have to watch Vega Manasakro, Jihva Vegam. He's telling, regulate your tongue. And both Shastras and Sadhu, both are guiding in that way. And we are not listening. And we are going with our emotion, doing overeating. Then what will happen? I should not get reaction. Yes, I will get reaction. If I say, "Arey, devotees don't have karma. Why am I suffering with stomach pain? Why am I suffering with diseases?" Arey, you overate. You did not follow the Sadhu Shastra and Guru. You went with your emotions. So we have to pay the price like that. So same thing in any situation. I just gave a very simple example of eating. But in all situations, we have to go what Shastras are telling, what Sadhus are telling. We may say, Prabhuji, I don't know. If you don't know, we have to learn. We have to listen. We have to take guidance. That's why the Shastras are there. If I am not reading, I go to exam and I fail, who is responsible? I was not knowing the answers. If you don't know, you study. We cannot say, I don't know. So that is not an excuse. We had, for material subjects, we studied so much. 6 hours in the school we studied for so many years. College we went and studied for so many years. Why are we not making that same effort in understanding the Shastras? 1 hour class only becomes difficult. Array, 6 hours we studied material things, which is of no use spiritually. Spirituality should also be taken like that only. I have to make all effort to understand what Bhagavad Gita is telling. I have to make all effort what Bhagavatam is telling. If I am not doing, that is my mistake. After knowing, I had to develop Shastra Shraddha. That is the point. Otherwise, we'll just act I like, I don't like, I like, I don't like. After coming to bhakti, if we are doing I like, I don't like, we are caught up. We have to come out of this. So, what is the thing? Recognize the vasana pull, pause and consult shastras, act on higher intelligence, and nourish the higher taste. So these are the 4 steps. If you don't do like that, and if you fail the exam, we cannot blame Krishna, and we cannot blame anyone. It is our own responsibility. It is clear, now this slide. I am going to share in the group also. Yesterday I could do because chanting day yesterday. So now here you see the action, vasana loop is like that. Actions, impressions, desires, impressions. Again actions, again desires, again impressions. When Shastra Buddhi comes, immediately highest taste comes and constitutional position is restored. So the breakdown is like this. Bodily conception of life creates automatic vasana loop. Shastra provides wisdom from outside the system to interrupt the reaction. So Bhakti introduced a Krishna centered desire, gaining a higher taste. The soul directly touches Krishna. Old vasanas lose their power and prarabdha karma is guided by Krishna. The soul returns to its eternal nature. So when we say even if somebody is doing karma and jnana, there should be element of bhakti. Then only he can get perfection in karma and jnana. Why? This is the reason. So the reason is that when they do karma yoga properly, there should be elements of bhakti. That element of bhakti is going to touch the soul and soul becomes nourished and karma will have result. Same in the jnana also. They should have element of bhakti that will somehow touch the soul and he can come out of it. Otherwise it is not possible. So these are the terms anyway. And the ultimate promise of bhakti is the true nature of the path is bhakti is not merely a set of rules or a test of willpower. It is a precise science of consciousness that replaces rather than suppression or our deepest conditioning. You say it's a science. No? By trusting Krishna's management and acting on higher intelligence, the old script finally loses its power. So free servant, full of bliss, back home. Oh, that is the point here. So this is the verse this is for the 16th verse. I am taking so much time to explain the 16th verse here. Why kechit kevalaya bhaktya Vasudeva Parayana Agham Dunvanti Kashnena Neharam Eva Bhaskara. So that is the verse we are discussing. 15th verse. So that we will be able to free from our conditioning. So all homework is for that only. So as a different limbs of a body cannot see the eyes, the living entity cannot see the Supreme Lord who is situated as a super soul in the heart, not by the sense, by the mind, by the life air, through the thought, by thoughts within the heart or by vibration of words can the living entity ascertain the real situation of Supreme Lord. So any questions on this? It's clear, no? So here the Sukadeva Goswami is explaining Parikshit Maharaj, and we have seen in the purport also. I am not talking, this is all there directly from Prabhupada's purport. That's why Prabhupada's purports are very special. So I have shown you this, I have highlighted this, the same words Prabhupada also uses in the purport to make us understand the concept. Second. Yeah, I will show you the purport so that how nicely Prabhupada has written the same concept. Yeah. See, the root of sinful desire is not destroyed. The sinful desire is what? I like, I don't like. That is selfishness. And then what happens? Both person comes to Krishna conscious, automatically becomes both sinful and pious. Both becomes distasteful. Why? The soul is gaining something higher. And the living entity's eternal nature has no need to act for personal sense gratification. So he is acting for what? For the pleasure of Krishna. That is the soul. So interested only in what will satisfy Krishna. So that the soul, when she stays the higher things, he becomes distasteful for the lower things. I like, I don't like. And what is sin called? If I say I like, I don't like, this is sinful mentality. So that's all. So simple. So now we come to the 16th verse. He's saying that if a sinful person engage in service of bona fide devotee of the Lord and thus learn how to detach his life from under the lotus feet of Krishna, he can be completely purified. One cannot be purified merely by undergoing austerity, penance, brahmacharya, and other methods of atonement. I have precisely described this. So, this is no need of other things, because other things are purifying, but it is not changing the mentality of selfishness. So, that is the point here. So, here Prabhupada writes, the symptom of Mahatma is that he has no engagement other than service to Krishna. One must render service to Vaishnavas in order to get free from sinful reactions, revive one's original Krishna consciousness, be trained in how to love Krishna. You see, it's all about relationship, how to love Krishna. That is the training. This is the result of Mahatma Seva. If one engage in the service of pure devotees, the reaction of one's sinful life is vanquished automatically. See, why it is because Krishna says, I will do it, because you have changed your mindset. Devotional service is necessary not to drive away the insignificant stock of sins, but to awaken our dormant love for Krishna. This is the point. It is the purpose is to develop relationship. It is not to get rid of sin. That will anyway go, because so the fog is vanquished at the first glimpse of sunlight. So this is the separately we need not do anything. So what happens? One sinful reactions are automatically vanquished as soon as one begins to serve a pure devotee. No separate endeavor required. So the word Krishnarpite Prana refers to a devotee who dedicates his life to service. See, why serving devotee? Why not Krishna? Because this devotee has the taste in serving Krishna. When we serve him, we will also get taste. Like say, somebody is so much obsessed in football, and now day and night he's watching football and he's speaking about it, and you stay with him for a few days, we will also start experiencing that pleasure in football. That's how the association is. That's how the only method. That's why he's telling serve a devotee, because he has the taste. You serve him, we'll also get taste. Somebody is so much interested in Bhagavatam, if you hear from him regularly, we'll also develop the taste. The devotee is Narayana Parayana, is Vasudeva Parayana, which means that the path of Vasudeva, the devotional path in his life and soul. So, Narayana Parayana Sarvena Kudaschana Vidyate. So, such a devotee is not afraid of going anywhere. There is a path towards liberation in higher planet systems and path towards hellish. But Narayana Paraya devotee is unafraid whether he is sent. He simply wants to remember Krishna. So such a type of intense person we need. So such a devotee is unconcerned with hell or heaven. You see, it's only in Jayapatak Swami Maharaj. The body which is having, it's not at all comfortable body. But it is not bothering him only. Now we all have to pray for him. His health is not very good. So devotees are requested to pray for the health of His Holiness Jayapatak Swami Maharaj. Such a devotee is unconcerned with hell or heaven. He is simply attached to rendering service. When a devotee is put in hellish conditions, now we see His Holiness Jayapatak Maharaj, his body is very, very troublesome. But he accepts that as Krishna's mercy, Sattenukampa. He does not protest. Oh, I am such a great devotee. Why I have been put into this misery? Instead he thanks, this is Krishna's mercy. Such an attitude is possible for a devotee who engages in the service of Krishna representative. This is the secret of success. See how much Krishna is doing for a living entity to help him to come to this state. And the path, I'll just read this one last translation and so that we can keep in track. The path followed by pure devotees who are well behaved and fully endowed with best qualities is certainly the most auspicious path in this material world. It is free from fear and it is authorized by the Shastras. So, if you don't have any questions, then I will take Deepa Mata's questions. Anything related to this point you have? Any questions? You are clear with this? No magic, no magic happening here. It's all science. Okay, good. So I'll take Deepa Mataji's question. So when you see somebody like this who are this is actually, see, we have three levels. One is Krishna is at a very, very far distance, and Krishna is somewhere in the spiritual world, and we are here suffering. Then we cannot have relationship with Krishna. Then there is no question of love. He is in beyond the sky, cloud somewhere up. We are down here. So that is not very conducive for bhakti. And when we say Krishna is too close, then that is Maya. If I and Krishna are same, that is Mayavada. Then also we cannot have any relation with Krishna. That is completely Mayavada. I am him, he is. There is a question of love. Then comes the third level. Third is where people are trying to develop relation with Krishna, but they are taking it to they are making it very, very, they are losing all reverence. That's where this problem comes, Sahajiism. So this is the another problem that is faced, where people don't understand the what is Achintya Bheda. Lord is at a very high position also and is ready to uh, give connection, ready to be related to us also. This Sahaji, if you make him so close, that's why our acharyas are very, very particular that we don't become Sahajiism. So this is called Sahajiism, where a person is losing his own reverence in relation to Krishna. This is not at all good. We should know Krishna is a very high person and all the creation, everything is coming from him. And instead of looking at that, if we are making let him sleep with me, let him eat with me, and very much condemned by all our acharyas. So this is complete sentimentalism. And these people now they will say Krishna, then later on if does not work, they will go to somebody else also. Or they will remain like that sentimental whole life. That is not actually much progress like that. That is not recommended by acharyas. This is same thing called Sahajaism, and we should understand this. So we don't want to become like that Mataji, who is very sentimental. We want to be little rational, and also we want to develop relation, and
Yes.
we have to know the difference properly.
Yeah, I explained the same thing, Prabhuji, actually, but I just wanted to be sure that I am not offending anybody or so. Are there any references where it says that we have to look and deities are like with awe and reverence? Atla, is there any such a reference that I can quote?
Yeah,
What
we
happens to those
for
people? Matlab, the question could be that what if like the person has actually made or matlab, finished all the things in the previous lives? and the advancement is already done. So how is Krishna reciprocating otherwise? That was our question actually.
How
So
many
what?
times Krishna reciprocated to Madhavendra Puri?
Uh,
He got only one time he came and gave milk. Second time he came in the dream. Third time he
mm,
came in the dream of Pujari. So and
mm,
then when he came to Remana, he could come. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu glorifies Madhavendra Puri that
mm,
Madhavendra Puri got two times Krishna in his dream. That is the glorification. Such
mm,
exalted persons like Madhavendra Puri, if you get two times Krishna in dream,
mm,
so these people are playing with Krishna. So
mm,
it is not like that. So it is
mm,
sentimental. So if great personalities like Rupa Goswami,
mm,
one time Radharani comes and gives sweet rice, milk and sugar to make sweet rice. How many
mm,
times she came to Rupa Goswami? One time. How many times Krishna and Radharani came for Raghunath Goswami? Two times. When Radharani is holding her veil and another time Krishna is standing with it. So, if for great personalities only it is one or two times,
mm,
why we should if which state they are, if they are interested
mm,
in their own personal life, like in
mm,
recently so many funny things come, one
mm,
woman says I believe in Jesus and I didn't
mm,
had a cylinder, I prayed to Jesus and cylinder came, suddenly the cylinder
mm,
person came and gave me gas cylinder. And no, all these Christians say I was not having a job, and no, suddenly I prayed to Jesus and job came. Now,
mm,
is it same? It is same only.
mm,
They will say that my leg is cured, my heart is heart as a whole, and no, I prayed to Jesus and the heart closed. So, what is the difference between this person with Laddu Gopal and that? It's not much
mm,
difference. It's all sentimental. You do
mm,
sadhana, first cure your anartha, nivritti, and no,
mm,
first you overcome your anarthas, lust is there, pride is there, anger is there, greed is there. Until
mm,
this is not happening, anarthanviti is not there. Where is the
mm,
ruchi, asakti, then bhava, then comes prema. And you are
mm,
trying to act on the level of prema, your anarthanviti is not happening. Will she not become envious of anyone? Will she not
mm,
want to have some good saris, good jewelry, good house? If she has,
mm,
then there is lust. If you have lust, where is the question of love? In
mm,
the heart, where the lust is there is a personal desire to enjoy. There
mm,
is no question of love only. It will not come. Gorgon Maharaj is so
mm,
clear. As long as you are lust, you will get a body of a dog, hog, he says.
mm,
So we all have lust.
mm,
Anartha should happen first. Is she not
mm,
interested in eating good food items? Is she not
mm,
interested in wearing any good dress and jewelry? Is she not interested in comfort of house? Is she living
mm,
like a Goswami in Vrindavan? Then we'll accept
mm,
it. If you are staying in a
mm,
nice palatial building, and or if you are like Pundrik Vidyanidhi, just by seeing the peacock feather, you are fainting in ecstasy, then we'll consider.
mm.
So we will not fall for such things.
Yeah. So what I mentioned is that because I told her that I do not know whatever is there between her and Krishna is their equation. From this, what we need to understand is that we don't want to be like that because our parampara we already have learned from the
No,
shastras
you
that
should
this is
tell
not
that
how.
it is no. You should tell it is sentimental. That is not devotion. That's not
Yeah,
the way devotion
I
should be
told
practiced.
it comes under sahajiyism, but I was not confident of it. But I told it is
No,
sahajiyism, but we don't need to go and declare to her or to others or anything. From our perspective, we just stay away so that we don't get influenced and we follow what the parampara has already told us. We have to be in the mood of awe and reverence, and this is how. So what she was basically getting confused was that ultimately we are asking for development of prema, but I also talked about anartha nivritti only. The fact that we are taking birth here and if we are fully cleansed of all the lust, anger, greed, pride, envy, jealousy, then only we can think of all that. So I also mentioned whatever you mentioned, Prabhuji, but I just wanted to be sure that I am not offending any pure devotee in the in that garb that way.
no,
That
we
was
should
my
not be
question.
sentimental. We are not offending. We are telling the truth only. We are telling
Mm,
she may have her relation, she may have her bhakti. And they are better than materialistic people. These
Yeah.
people, at least Sahajya level, they are
The
better
living
because
is also simple living only, but obviously, if there is a gated community living, I don't know. I am nobody to judge anybody. So I said, ki, I am not here to judge. I have not even met. So, but I will tell you what is there, what I have heard and what I have understood so far. This is what it is. So we should not go with that. We should follow the parampara. We should do our sadhana. We should do our shastra. This one. Prabhuji, also another question in that case that yesterday also like in our center there was one boy who was illiterate. Matlab, he can't read English, he can't read Telugu, nothing. Matlab, he doesn't know anything he said. But he is very much interested in Krishna consciousness. So I was asked to speak about 15 minutes on Bhagavad Gita after Gaurarti. So I was just speaking and this boy said, ki, I don't understand anything. I can't read or write. So so in such cases, probably what happens with these people who can't do any shastra again. So I said ki whenever any Mahatmas are coming, you hear them. But most of the people who speak in our Bhakti center are speaking in English only. So it's not like okay, somebody can speak Telugu and clarify his doubts. But then I said ki catch hold of Sankirtana and always participate in the this Harinam Sankirtan and have prasadam and hear whatever you can. If you don't understand something, if I am there, you ask me. I'll try to translate and tell you. That's what I told. But what is the fate of all those people who want to be Krishna conscious, have no access to shastras, and how do they get Prabhuji? What is their
which
situation?
language he knows?
He knows Telugu. He can speak.
So
He
he
can't
can
read.
he will have smartphone definitely, and he can just open YouTube and there are so many lectures in Telugu. He can
He's
hear
hearing
properly.
Pranam Prabhu's lecture, Santa. So
So
he's
let him
hearing.
hear. No?
I
That's
said
all.
that. I said, don't think you are not intelligent. According to me, you are the most intelligent among all the people who are not coming. So don't worry about that. Just catch hold of, hear this lectures. Whoever inspires you, Pranvanand Prabhu inspires you in Telugu lectures, you hear and then you practice japa and sankirtan.
Yeah, so there is always Krishna makes arrangements for everyone. If you are sincere, even if you are in Sahara Desert or you are in Alaska also, there will be there will be opportunity
Mm.
to practice. So
So the
bhakti,
hearing from these YouTube lectures and all, is that sufficient for him, Prabhuji?
he has to hear from one person regularly,
Mm.
then it's
Mm.
sufficient. Proper person regularly, not a problem.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Any other question, comment?
And thank you so much for your wonderful presentations, Prabhuji. You made such a complicated concept. You made it so understandable. You brought it to our level to understand. And so much clarity we have gotten, so many concepts that you have shared like this, especially once you started changing them graphically. But even though those graphics may also look complicated, but you make it very simple for us to understand. Really grateful for all your effort and this, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Yeah, all goes to AI. AI is there, it will convert
What
everything.
what do you use, Prabhuji? Notebook LM?
This is from Notebook LM, which I am
Does it need to
testing.
be a paid subscription to get this kind of PPTs?
No, it's free. Of course, you pay,
Free.
you get more features. Free also you
Okay.
can get.
Okay. Okay. Haribol. Thank you, Prabhuji.
So thank you all very much. Hare Krishna. If you are North Indian, happy Nirjala Ekadasi. If you are South, happy Dwadashi.